Hey guys, this is Jared with Appalachia Uncovered, and we're here at Falls Bridge Preserve in Montgomery County, Virginia. And we're about to be joined by Stewart Scales. He's a professor of geography at Virginia Tech, and he's going to teach us a little bit about the flora and fauna that we find here, and hopefully some of the geological features as well.
So we're at the Falls Ridge Nature Preserve in Montgomery County, Virginia. It's a 650-acre preserve that is run by the Nature Conservancy. And it's here for a variety of reasons. It protects several rare plant species, but it's also home to one of the largest travertine deposits in the world. Travertine is this rock that is here behind me and also helps form these caves. While most rocks in the Appalachian region are in the hundreds of millions of years in age, this rock is only just a few thousand years old. It was created by the waterfall that you hear over across the valley. A spring way up the valley had lots and lots of calcium in it, and when that water would flow over other rocks to create the waterfall, just a little bit of that calcium would be left behind. And if you let that process happen for just a few thousand years, you can get a 60-foot high wall of travertine. And that's how it was all formed. More recently, in the 1940s and 50s, it was mined for the lime itself. Just across the valley on the other side here is a lime kiln, and all of these caves and holes that you see in the rock were created by blasting and digging to put in this kiln to make quicklime. So this plant is called a horsetail rush. It's actually in the fern family, and you'll find it a lot of times in areas of heavy limestone close to a creek, as you can hear here. And it's actually a holdover species from the Carboniferous period. Its ancestors date back to between 300 and probably 350 million years. It's a plant called a calamites, and it goes by a lot of names today. Those plants back in the Carboniferous would have been 30, 40, 50 feet tall and a foot in diameter, but they would have looked very similar, just bigger. And the ones today, like I say, go by different names. This is called a horsetail rush or a scouring rush. Some people would call them Indian pot scrubbers as well. They're very tough, and if you were to break one off, you could actually use it as kind of like a Brillo pad or a scouring plant to clean off pots, cooking utensils, or maybe even brush your teeth. So these are two plants that you'll often see side by side. One of them might be your worst nightmare, and the other one helps your worst nightmare. My favorite here, this is called Jewelweed, and it gets its name that if you actually hold these leaves underwater, it traps tiny air bubbles up against the leaf itself, and it looks kind of silvery or jeweled on the leaf itself. But the cool thing about these is that they, number one, if you crush up the stem, for example, like if you're cut, if you crush up the stem, the juice inside of it will actually stop the bleeding. And it also counteracts the sting that you get off of a stinging nettle plant. As you can see on the bottom here, there are these tiny little barbs that are called trichomes. That's what actually gives you the sting. But they always grow you can find them in roadside ditches, you can find them on these shaded north-facing kind of damp slopes, but you'll very often find them side by side. So those are two good plants to keep an eye out for if you're hiking in the woods.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and as always, please like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Like us on Facebook at Appalachia Uncovered, and also on Instagram.